Oh God, how do I start this off? Do I say hello, everybody? Is that how I do it? I totally forgot.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to this week's episode DND404. I am your Dungeon Master, Tony. And joined with me today are the three, I don't know.
Nailed it.
Identity theft is not a joke, Alec. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to DND404. I am your DM, Tony. And joined with me today are the other three apocalypses that I think I could survive, starting with the I'm frozen, but now I'm angry. Jared!
What's going on, guys? Armos checking in. I would say the one that I could probably live through would be an AI uprising. I think I could do it. I'm pretty tech savvy. I think this would be the one. Honestly, Terminator, no big deal. You know what I mean? You should be able to figure that thing out. The strength, things like that.
No shot.
Problem.
No shot. They got an aimbot, dude. No way.
I know. I'd breeze through it. I'd breeze through it.
Jared's like, I'm hacking their mainframe.
Yeah.
Enhance.
Dan, what about you?
Hello, everybody. I am Dan. I play Minas Pebblewalker, your tiny little Swarmkeeper Ranger. And me and my friends have been preparing for the zombie apocalypse since I can remember.
That's a word. That's horrible.
Run around with your crazy truck, like knocking off zombie heads like the mailboxes. Yeah, I got it. I got it covered.
Yeah, but is it like that, or is it like World War Z when they run hella fast and you can't outrun them and you're fucked?
You know, we'll figure that out when we get there.
You know what? About decaying bodies, the thing about decaying bodies is that they fall apart. So, like, in a zombie apocalypse, just wait a week or two, and they can't really move anywhere.
Right.
The body's literally falling apart.
No, man, because the virus stops the body from deteriorating.
Oh, it's one of them viruses.
It's definitely going to be the running zombies, 100%.
Yeah, right?
How about you, Alec?
My name is Alec. I play Drell of the Ashbourne, and the apocalypse I think I could survive is one without power. So like zero electricity. Like if the whole world was EMP'd, I think I could survive it. And kind of where I'm going with that, there's a show called Revolution. If you haven't seen it, you should check it out. But yeah, that's the type of apocalypse I think I could survive. What about you, Tony?
I'm gonna have to go with the I don't know the proper name of it. The winter, like a winter apocalypse. You know, everything gets frozen over.
Like a climate change apocalypse.
Yeah, like everything freezes over. First of all, all the other apocalypses sound super hot and sweaty, and I hate being in the heat. It just sounds like a miserable time all around. At least I'll be cold. You know, I got a lot of fat on me. I got some blubber. I think I could withstand the cold a little bit more, and it's a good reason to cuddle with the boys for warmth. You know what I'm saying? So I would prefer that one.
Hey, if I don't get to pick my zombies, you don't get to pick your weather.
Why not?
It's gonna be hot.
Yeah, that is true. Like, that is true. What is it? What's the movie? Day After Tomorrow? No. What is it called?
It's one of them.
The day before, weeks later, after the hours before
No, you're
today.
telling me. Yeah.
What's funny is I'm pretty sure there's a Bollywood version of that. Name something like that. 100%.
And a South Park episode.
The hardest part about the winter, Tony, is food doesn't grow, man. So you're going to eventually run out of food.
True. I mean, so the other ones too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's possible.
I mean, see, the only thing about mine is it just throws you back like to the 17th century, probably the 18th
Yeah, dude.
century.
I need my tweets, man. I need my tweets. How am I gonna know what's going on, dude?
Put it up on the board in town. Talk shit about somebody.
Is it really an apocalypse if you're not like dying?
Oh, there's people that die. I'm telling you, it's actually a good show, dude. Directed by Jon Favreau and produced by J.J. Abrams. So there you go.
Whoa, two well-known names around here.
In our sheet, I put for the apocalypses, I put AI uprising, zombie apocalypse, climate apocalypse, and then no internet for Alec.
No, zero electricity, dog.
I
So
get
that means
it. I know,
no
I get it.
lights.
No lights.
No online money. Think about everything that's now saved online, dude. All that shit's gone.
What do you mean it's in the cloud?
Yeah.
My pictures.
It's in the clouds.
All
dude.
your fake bank, like, you know, all your money that's online, that shit's gone, dude. Now you're broke.
Oh, that's how you know Alex not a crypto bro, because that's just hardwired.
Now I get it. He's going through the Fight Club. That's what it is. That was the ending of Fight Club right there. The collapse of everything.
Spoiler.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. Wow, you just really
that
came in
movie's
there
been
and
out
just
forever.
We're getting way off tangent.
All right. Oklahoma.
Now you know the deal. Before we give you the recap, we're going to go ahead and give you the rundown. And today's rundown is brought to you by Daniel.
Hello, everybody. In today's rundown, I am going to run down Instagram. That's right. On Instagram, you can take part in our polls that we do once in a while. And Tony just did a pretty fun one today. And I am going to start doing some. Maybe Jared and Alec will start doing some. We've been trying to convince them for a while, but now is the time. And also, call to action, if you ever make art of any of our characters, whether it be an NPC or a main character, even a villain or a place, it could be a location, send us the art on Instagram so we can post it and tag you in it.
And we got one more thing to run down, a rule correction, if you will, something I had discovered 2 days ago. There was a bit of a boo-boo. Drell, you're not going to like this, although I think we're going to errata it anyway. So I just found out.
This guy, man.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad.
This guy gets me up early to record, and now he's just dropping news on me.
I love how he tells me he's going to mention how early wakes up.
I love how he tells me where I can't just be like, dude, I can't record anymore today. I'm busy.
So while talking about the new barbarian class coming out, we have learned that you can't rage and wear heavy armor at the same time. And you're wearing full plate. The silence is deafening. He left.
Oh my god. So funny.
Alec, I'm so sorry. I think we're gonna bypass it. We made the mistake for 80 episodes. So I think we're going to just let it happen. It's fine. You can still do it.
It's magical armor. It's rage armor.
I'm just surprised that nobody has corrected us on this.
Oh, for real?
I'm really surprised. But I didn't know about this. And I've played barbarians like one-shots, local one-shots, and I did not know this was a thing. So, although now on armor defense makes much more sense. So okay, if anyone calls us out on it moving forward, we're just gonna erase that rule. We've been playing with it. I've been accommodating it for all the fights I've been planning. It's fine, but I genuinely didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. And next campaign, I won't play a barbarian. Nice.
Whoopsie daisy. You know the deal. We're going to go ahead and roll for the recap, where I roll a giant rubber foam D4 heavy by my bunnies, where I'm number 1. 2 is Alec, 3 is Dan, and 4 is Jared. How you doing? All right. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the thing of warding so the guys can see me. How would you guys like to roll the die today?
One handed behind the back into the corner, like a hoop shot. There's a small little area he can get it in.
Okay, so there's a little crevasse between my door and toe box, so you want me to get it in there like a basketball over the back, right?
Yeah, trick shot. Hey-o.
Bet he hits his microphone.
It just takes a little athleticism. You got this.
That way he's about to go out the door.
Oh!
He nailed it.
He did it!
You nailed the TV.
Wait,
Nice,
move
man.
the bin before you touch the dice.
Yeah.
Yay!
From feeling so good to so bad. It's Tony, everybody.
Yep. Too good.
That's amazing. He just threw it.
But you nailed it.
Yeah. Hey, you should be proud of yourself.
Very upset.
Last time on DND404, the Bloodshard bandits venture into the kingdom of Britain, outfitted with some new gear, a reinforced carriage, a mammoth, and some cool jackets. As they move onwards towards North Trillis, known to be the coldest place in Humbria, they snag a few bumps in the road. Torched farms, destroyed towns, and a ruin of a small city. The now decaying land causing dwarven refugees to seek sanctuary. 4 days have passed since they left, when suddenly, trapped in between a valley, they are attacked. Caught within a corrupted druid's grove, Flora reveals herself as she transforms into this demonic-like bloodhawk. Bard, play that intro, and let's get on with the show. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the world of Humbrea, featuring 3 first-time adventurers and 1 very patient DM. This is D&D 404.
Fellas, boyos, welcome to session 108, where we're going to be picking up in the middle of combat against Flora, Minis's childhood friend who seems to be corrupted and mutated by this blood shard that is sticking out of her chest. She was also holding a blood shard staff. We left off last session on Flora's initiative. Minis, you are currently 50 feet up in the air, floating above this valley where you and your cart were trapped within this Druid's Grove spell. You discovered a wind wall. The ground is made up of rough terrain. There's fog around that Armos and Drill are currently trapped into. And you guys have taken out 3 out of the 4 tree ents that she had summoned. And after she revealed herself to you, she had started mutating into this Balloon demon-looking-esque hawk. Her skin mutates. She gets twice her size. Her fur and horns turn into this raw, huge muscle tissue. She has a 30-foot wingspan, and her body is made up of raw muscle tissue and blood crystallized shards as wings. And we're gonna go ahead and pick up on her initiative. So that was her wild shape action. So we're gonna be picking up on initiative 22, which is Flora. And she is going to do an attack against you, Minis. After she had revealed herself, she's gonna go ahead and fly and charge at you. She's considered a large creature, by the way. She gained, she almost doubled her size. And she's going to fly at you. As she flies at you, you see that her talons, razor sharp, and they look like these giant, sharp blood shards. She's going to swipe with a 20 to hit. You're gonna take 27 points of slashing damage, and I'm gonna need you to make me a Constitution saving throw of a DC 15.
Saving throw. 12.
If you were going to fail, you are considered for this fight wounded. As she flies across you, she gets behind you. It does not provoke an attack of opportunity. And you see that along your legs, like she left this nasty gash. You feel like if you tried to stand on it, you would limp, as you are now bleeding. What this does to you mechanically is that until it's treated, you lose half your movement speed when walking. She's going to take 1 more attack on her turn, which is going to swipe with the wing. And that is going to be a 17 to miss. Your AC being, yep. So that's going to miss, and that is going to end her turn. We're gonna go ahead and move to initiative 9, Armos.
All right. So with the fog, can I see what's happening, or is it still?
You can't see anything 10 feet away from you. Anything 10 feet away is like blurry, and you see like shadows of things. So you can see Minis and this Bloodhawk flying in the air, but you'll make any ranged attack at disadvantage.
Okay, so I can kind of hear which way it's coming from, pick it from the shadows.
Yeah, you're hearing these horrific demonic eagle screeches.
Okay. I cast Dispel Magic.
Okay, so here's where you're gonna hate me. Druid's Grove specifically states that if you cast Dispel Magic, the benefit of Druid's Grove is that you can take away 1 effect of the Druid's Grove. There's fog, rough terrain, and there's wind wall, and there are these tree ents that you know about. You can choose one of them to go away with Dispel Magic. Fog goes away, whooshes away, and almost gets like sucked into your tome as you go to cast this spell like a vacuum. All the fog disappears.
Dude, I just Ghostbustered that thing.
You look on the ground and you see that these roots, the dirt ground has become roots, and it looks like they're moving slowly, and they're wrapping themselves around your feet, which is why you can only move at half speed on the floor. When you move your feet, the branches easily break away, but they're causing a hindrance. On either side of the valley that you're trapped in, there is this wind wall that is rushing, which is what Minis hit before when he got knocked back. And then when you look above, you see that there's a tree ent that is poisoned by your sickening radiance. It's still alive, and it looks badly damaged.
I think that's all I'm gonna do. Don't think I want to do anything else. I'm just gonna keep concentrating on the sickening radiance.
Absolutely. And the tree ents do go on Flora's turn, and I forgot to redo their saving throw. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a saving throw for the tree ents real quick. 14, it fails. And then you see that, how much damage does it take? Pretty sure it's just gonna die here. It's really low.
Oh, it's probably gonna die here. 19.
Dead, falls apart, crumbles, and returns to the earth.
Woo.
And then you're gonna end your turn there. We're gonna go back to the top of the round. Initiative 24 minutes, floating high in the air. This Bloodhawk just rendered your leg, dealing pretty good amount of damage. You try to take another swing, but you dodged out of the way. What are you doing?
Flora, this isn't you. And I'm gonna reach down and I'm gonna touch my wound and cast 4th level Cure Wounds.
Okay, Cure Wounds will get rid of the wounded ailment against you and will also heal you. When you called out to her, the hawk laughs maniacally as it has like this echo and reverb added to it almost. And it's like, it's chuckling to itself as you called out to it, trying to almost plead with it.
Yeah, I see her chuckle. I'm gonna look directly into the hawk's eyes and go, "Don't make me do this!" I'm gonna bonus action Nature's Veil and go invisible.
Boom, you go invisible.
And I'm going to move away to the cliff in my invisible form and wait to do something else on my next turn.
We're gonna go ahead and move to initiative 22, which is Drell and Flora. Drell, you have priority.
So I'm still at the cart with Mammy. What is the most immediate danger to me, Mammy, the cart, and Armos, I guess?
The only thing you can see is just this Bloodhawk high above you, and you're on this like corrupted ground that is slowing your movement. You do know that the mammoth is going through this like rage as it's trying to get out of the roots, and the roots look like they're trying to eat up the mammoth somehow. Like the roots are growing and it's trying to keep him pinned to the floor. And his eyes are glossed over red as if he's under some type of charm spell.
Okay, so I think what I want to do is just spend my turn making sure Mammy is not like overtaken by the vines. I just want to make sure that they're, you know, free, as free as possible, I guess. So I just want to spend my turn like hacking at him.
They're not getting past like his feet, but you see that like because you're tending to them, he's not being like fully restrained, but he is thrashing.
It's okay, Mammy.
You get the feeling that if he's left unattended, he might be swallowed up by the ground.
Oh God, I can't let another one go. Mammy, I'm not leaving you.
Staying on initiative 22 is going to be Flora. And as you poof away, Menace, you hear a angry shriek coming from her as she's trying to look for you. And you see that when she goes to look for you, she like tries to sniff the air but doesn't get anything. And in this echoey reverb of this hawk voice, she goes, "When I am done killing your worthless friends, I am going to take your head and throw it at your father's feet." Flaps. What I'm curious about is I don't know if that'll make him angry or relieved. And she's going to dive down against Drell and going to swoop at you.
We want my first. Armos is right there. I point to Armos.
She's going to swoop down and going to attack with a rendering slash. There's going to be a 29 to hit.
Reaction. I'm gonna pull out my dragon's tail and try to deflect her attack on me.
Sure.
I have an AC of 23, so I have to roll a D8, so I could potentially stop this. That's a 1, so 24.
You're going to take 27 points of slashing damage. And I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw of a DC 15.
DC 15, all right, here we go. Give me a 5 or higher. Oh, that's a 19. It was not going to be pretty for a second.
Okay, so she hits you with this rendering slash and nothing happens past the damage. As she goes to fly back up, does not provoke an opportunity attack in this specific form. And then you see she looks back down at you and her hawk mouth elongates as the sounds of cracking bones comes through. And you see this large bone spear comes out of its mouth.
Oh, fuck.
Going to shoot down with a 30 to hit.
That definitely hits.
You're going to take 39 points of piercing damage as this large javelin-like spear slams down.
How much was the first one?
27 points of slashing damage.
Oh, Drell is not looking good. Drell is very, very, very hurt.
Oh no.
He's like, oh fuck. Ow, okay. Menace, this is serious. I need you to kill your friend. And not me or Armos, that one. And I point to the bird.
And she is going to end her turn as she stays in the same spot as she ended it and is flying in the air 60 feet above you and Armos. As we're going to go to initiative 9. Armos.
All right. I'm going to drop my Sickening Radiance. Seeing the spear gives Armos an idea. He throws a Psychic Lance. You unleash a shimmering lance of psychic power from your forehead at a creature that you can see within range. Alternatively, you can utter a creature's name, and if the target is within range, it becomes the spell's target, even if you can't see it. If the named target isn't within range, the lance dissipates. So I yell out Flora. The target must make an intelligence saving throw.
Yes, Ralutham's Psychic Lance. I love this spell. This is like a personal favorite.
So I give it a real good glare, and then my rage comes out of my forehead as a lance. Psychic damage. Straight into Flora.
Intelligence saving throw. Ooh, she got a dirty 20.
On a successful save, the creature takes half the damage and isn't incapacitated. Dang it. So 23 damage was the total.
She takes 11 points of damage as this Psychic Lance shoots from Armos' mind. She manages to she gets hit with it, but her mental fortitude seems a little bit stronger than anticipated.
Drell turns to Armos and he goes, "Great job, Armos." And he just has a fucking spear in his shoulder, the bone spear, and he just gives Armos a thumbs up.
Oh man. Gonna sit in disgust.
We move up to initiative 24. Minas.
Flora, stop! You gotta stop! And I'm gonna run off the cliff as I go uninvisible and jump towards her.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to go. I like to think as I jump from above her, I go uninvisible for a second, say that, and then go she looks up and is about to attack me or something, but then I go re-invisible, and then I try and grapple her.
Okay, go ahead and make me a grapple check.
That is going to be a 20. I can do math. 23.
Dang. She got a 15. You successfully land on her back.
Yeah, I guess what I was trying to see is if I could hold on to one of her wings so I could have her movement or something.
This is interesting. Yeah, you know what? I'll say you can hug her wing and she's having trouble flying. So what I'll do on her initiative, I'll make a dexterity check to see if she can continue flying, as she's considered grappled.
Okay.
We're gonna go to initiative 22. Drell and Flora. Drell, you have priority.
Drell is going to second wind.
Oh, reliable.
Don't think I've used it a total 5 times this whole campaign, but I'm using it now. So that's 1d10 plus 11 HP back.
Drell, when you use second wind, you're checking out your wounds. You got hit really badly. You have this phoenix egg that's in a sling around you that you're trying to keep close to you to protect it. With as badly damaged as you are, you notice that the egg is very cracked.
Oh shit.
Nothing is leaking out of it, but the egg looks cracked. And as you use second wind, you notice that the cracks begin to heal a little bit.
So that I witnessed the cracks healing?
Yeah, some of the cracks closing just ever so slightly. 11 health in a pool of 201 does not resemble a lot, but you notice that it's starting to reconstruct themselves when you use second wind.
So that's 12 HP back. Literally did the worst I could on that one. And then I'm gonna spend my turn drinking a potion. And since I'm gonna use it as my action, I think I get the full benefit, right? That's what we decided.
Yes.
Okay, I am going to use a superior potion of healing. So that's another 36 damage, or 36 health I get back. Cool. And that is gonna be my turn.
All right, we're gonna go to Flora. Flora's gonna go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw to see if she can still fly as she is being grappled. Ooh, go ahead and make me a strength check, Minas, as you're trying to hold back this monstrosity of a wing.
Nat 20.
Oh, dirty 6. So yeah, she you successfully hold her as she begins to free fall, and she is going to use a bonus action as she's going to fall to transform back into Flora. Boom, falls back onto the ground. As she falls onto the ground, that's going to be a 60-foot drop. Woo. You both take 15 points of bludgeoning damage as you fall from that height, and she turns back into Flora. And you see that as she stands up, the corrupted ground around you, the moving roots, move at her feet to get out of her way. And you see the roots begin to grab your feet. You are, while walking speed, you are on considered rough terrain.
Not for Minas.
Not for Miz, because he's a ranger. Got it. And she looks at you, and she has, like, her face, after this transformation, her eyes are bloodshot red, and you see that the fur around her eyes is, like, no longer there. And you see the veins pulsing, and, like, you see this raw flesh beating in and out as she is just enraged, similar to the time where you fought Callie when she was raging back in San Lo. And she looks at you, Minas, as you're going to get up, and she speaks. She goes, "For years I loathed you, pretending to be nice." Steps closer to you. "I always thought you would be somebody, but even your own father hates you, rejects you. I've heard this with my own ears. These shards have not only made me realize that, they also made me realize that I don't need the clan or you to gain power or influence." And she raises her blood staff, and she's going to cast a spell. You see that the staff glows, and a spell is cast. Is there any reaction?
Well, I mean, yes. Counterspell.
Almost quick.
Huh.
It is a 4th level spell.
Well, then it fails.
Nice, it fails. Vroom, fizzes out. As she grits her teeth, becomes angrier, and she is going to cast another spell. She's going to use Wildfire on Drell.
Oh, good knowing you.
Armos.
Hey, don't forget, I hold up my book. You signed the contract.
Armos counterspell.
You signed the contract.
Armos counterspell, please.
That unfortunately is also going to miss, and then she's going to...
I like to think the fire surrounds Armos. I'm like, no, no. And then the fire stops and he's just like still there holding the book. Oh, thank goodness.
Right.
Yeah, then she's going to use her 3rd attack and is going to lunge at you, Minas. Oh, with a 10 to hit. Man, the triple miss.
Oh my goodness. It's because I'm invisible.
Reaction.
Okay.
Sentinel attack.
Oh! Okay.
So when a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than you, you can use your reaction to make a melee weapon attack against this creature. Yeah, so I'm just gonna pull out my axe and fucking hit her with it.
Sure.
17 to hit.
That is on the money.
Nice. 8 damage.
8 points of damage as you slash her across the back with your great axe. We're going to move to initiative 9, Armos.
Yes. Seeing me being like, no, Drill. Oh, you're fine. Okay, good. And I immediately go back to the assault and cast Mental Prism.
Okay, what does she have to do?
So she has to do an intelligence saving throw, but DC 18.
Oh, I don't like that. Don't like that, DC 18. Oh, she rolled a nat 1, but she's going to use a legendary resistance and choose to pass.
What? Hang on.
What? You see her eye winces and then opens up again with rage, and she looks behind her, sees that you're like behind the car, and you poke your head back to try to hide again, and she grits her teeth and she points at you. What else are you doing on your turn?
I can't do anything. I think that's it.
I'll get you next time.
All right. We're going to go back to initiative 24. Minas.
I poof back into existence and I'm like Nightcrawler from X-Men. I'm like, this is not you. And I go back invisible and I'm going to try and grapple her staff and unarm her.
Yes. Go ahead and make me a grapple check.
That is a 25.
Got a 4. Oh, man. Now I'm getting my ass kicked.
Yeah, and you see the staff just tumble away. And now there's just a staff in the air. Guys, I got the staff!
Ah! You see how she screams?
And you see me running away. And I'm gonna go, hold on. I'm gonna go way up the mountain. To the east.
No, so when you get here, when you travel about 20 feet as you go, yes, there is a wind wall there.
I'm gonna get behind Armos under the cliff.
Yeah, you notice this wind wall, and you round about to Armos behind the cart.
Armos, I got it. And when you look around, you just see a floating staff.
And then we're gonna go to initiative 22, which is Drell and Flora. Drell, what are you doing?
I look back at Mammy and I look at the condition of the roots around him. Since she's near, are they not growing as much, or?
It's just not affecting her. When she moves, the roots get out of the way for her.
Okay, so they are still affecting Mammy though.
Yes.
Can I split up my attacks?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, I would like to give 2 to Flora and 1 to the roots around Mammy, if possible.
You attack Mammy?
No, the roots around Mammy.
Yeah, I'll say that. I'll say you can do that. I'll say you can do that. Yeah.
Cool. So do you want me to roll for the roots one?
No. I'll say that's a free attack.
So then I'll use my last 2 attacks on Flora. And as I'm hitting her, I will say, I don't want to say I was right, but I always knew there was something wrong with you. Me and Armos just pretty much hated you from the start.
Good, because
That's a dirty
I always
20.
hated you from the start.
I'm sorry, I'm attacking you right now. Also, Drill goes into a rage because he's pissed off at this point. And
Rage armor, activate.
yeah, so that's 8 damage on the first attack. Yeah, second attack hits. Yep. Second attack is 15 damage.
15 points of damage as you give her the double cross, 2 beasts, and you give Beethoven the biscuit as you try to help him with the vines that are trying to keep him to the ground.
And then wait for it. I would like to action surge.
Ooh.
And do another 3 attacks on Flora.
Oh shit! Yes,
That is a 19 to hit,
it's
dealing 11 damage. That's a nat 20. As the kids say, dirty 30. So that's I rolled so bad on this. 14 damage on the second attack, and the last one is only an 11 to hit.
that is going to miss as she spits blood at you on the ground.
Yeah, Marmalade's not activated, which is it helps add damage, which is why it's so bad.
What else are you doing on your turn?
I think that's it.
All right. She's going to scream in a rage as you see that she wild shapes again. Her body transforms and becomes much larger. The muscle tissue grows around her as crystalline shards begin to accent her knuckles, her feet, and around her face as she turns into a giant Bayloon demon. She is now large again, and she looks like she's taken the form of like a gorilla. Beats her chest, and with an action, she is going to try to attack Udra with 1 attack. That is a nat 20. That is going to be 45 points of bludgeoning damage as this massive blood shard gorilla just boom punches you right in the face. You're gonna have to go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw over DC 15.
Okay, so 45 halved. And then what I would like to do is use Stone's Endurance
Yeah,
to reduce some of the incoming damage.
absolutely.
Really digging deep in the weaponry here, boys. Stuff I haven't used since Arc 1. Okay, so it's 9 damage I'm taking. Nice. And then you said a Constitution saving throw?
Yes.
All right, come on. 5 or higher. Rolling the dice. Let me see if I have any luck points. I do. Okay, I'm using one of those. I rolled a 13. I literally have plus 10 to this. I don't know how I can't hit a 15. Much better. 26.
Okay. You just get hit really hard, and then she's going to go ahead and run and jump. You can take an attack of opportunity here.
I will. Thank you. 26.
26. That's going to hit.
17 damage.
So she takes 17 points of damage as she runs over you and jumps on top of the cart. Boom.
Get off my cart.
Looks down at Armos, points to you, and goes to grab. Go ahead and make me a grapple check, Armos, as this giant muscle gorilla.
It's strength, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah.
Come on, Armos. Use the glamour muscles like we taught you.
Oh no.
Armos flex.
What'd you roll?
A 4.
You had a solid shot. She happened to roll an 8. You had a solid shot. As she grabs you,
You don't have your dice anymore, do you?
I do.
would you like to use Dark One's luck?
Oh yeah, I would. Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be
Okay.
great.
Dark one's luck.
To need a 5 or higher. Not the easiest.
Where is it?
50-50 shot.
Come on, Armros, just flex.
Yeah, Armos, flex.
A 7.
You manage to escape her grasp as she roars, and with her third attack is just going to try to bite you without advantage. As this angry gorilla comes down with a 31 to hit.
Let me double check. Yep, that hits. Yep.
You're going to take
Owie.
32 points of piercing damage.
Oh,
You're going to make me a Constitution saving throw of a DC 16.
30 points.
32. That's 16 damage if it's halved. I'm not sure if it's halved.
It is nat 20.
Ooh,
25.
Wow. Past that, as you were not bleeding, but that was still a hell of an attack. And we're going to go ahead and move on to initiative 9, which is yours almost. You got this angry, muscle crystallized gorilla standing on top of your cart as it's beginning to shake around as it's swinging at you. What are you doing?
I'm going to force cage the monster.
Okay.
And obviously in the cage that they can still cast spells out of, but they can't move out of.
How big's the cage?
So it's 20 feet.
Yeah, you cast this force cage right above the cart, and she is trapped in it. As you see that she goes to like swing, and then boom, the fist meets the metal bars.
Woo.
It begins to turn and look.
And then, so if I move away at this point, would I take opportunity attack?
No, she can't. She can't
Can
get
get to it?
Yeah, she
Perfect.
can't.
That's
She's
what I
a
was
giant
looking for.
gorilla in a cage.
Is it still rough terrain?
Yes.
I'm gonna move 15 feet in the away.
Okay. You move 15 feet on the other side of the cart.
Yes. That will be my turn.
Good job, Armos. That was a good idea. And I'm gonna go around the cage into the western cliff with Armos and away from her. I'm gonna put the staff on the ground, and I'm going to cast a 3rd level trying to break the staff guiding bolt. I'm gonna yell, "Give me back my friend!" And I get a 20 to hit.
Roll for damage.
That is 16 radiant damage.
You smash down onto this staff, and as the radiant damage hits the staff, you see that it's cracked, but it's not completely broken.
All right, Armos, just keep her in there.
Okay. We're going to move to initiative 22, Drell.
Oh man, okay. I think I'm gonna continue to use one turn. Okay, whoever put angry brows on Mammy, you need to chill, bro. I'm gonna use one turn to continue to keep Mammy from being fully restrained by the vines, and the other 2 turns to beat Flora's ass.
Cannot hit Flora because she's behind a force cage.
Joe glances at Armo's side eye, and then he turns back around
Throw your weapon.
and spends the other 2 turns keeping the vines away from him. Aren't there bars in between?
Yeah, 1.5 inch.
They're not 1.5. They're 1/2 inch diameter bars spaced 1/2 inch apart.
Oh, even smaller. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
1/2 inch apart? Yeah. Bro, how thin are hand axes?
I pull out my shurikens.
Go paper cuts.
Yeah, you know what? If he wanted to throw a shuriken, that would be a DC 20 to fucking get it through the bars. But I would allow that. But a hand axe would not. Absolutely
Miss,
not.
let me get one of those things.
One of what?
All right, I would like to then. Well, my other option is just throwing a bean in there with it. Because a bean would fit, right?
Yes.
I'm going to just continue to spend my turn making sure Mammy is safe. And then I'm going to also bonus action drink another potion.
Okay. And we're going to go ahead and go to Flora. And Flora is going to use a bonus action to return back to Flora. All the blood and guts of this angry, bloodshot gorilla slowly shrink, mutating back to herself as some of her patchy fur grows back in, and you see the bloodshot in her chest emanating this bright red energy. And she looks down at the 3 of you, breathing heavily. Armos, force cage.
Yep.
I can still cast spells out of it. However, what about spells that have to do with travel? What is blocked by that?
So if a creature inside the cage Can't leave it by non-magical means. If the creature tries to use teleport or interplanar, if they try to leave the cage, they must first make a charisma saving throw. On a success, the creature can use the magic and exit the cage. On a failure, the creature cannot exit the cage and waste the use of the spell or effect. The cage also extends to the ethereal plane, blocking ethereal travel. The spell cannot be dispelled by dispel magic.
Yep. Okay, so the range does work. She goes ahead and casts a spell, and she's going to make a charisma saving check to see if it works. What's the DC?
It's an 18.
She fails as the spell fizzles. And she looks at you, and she's going to then attempt to make an attack against you, Armos. And she's going to cast Wildfire as her hand reaches out. That is going to be a 21 to hit.
Okay.
You're going to take 30 points of fire damage, and you are now blinded.
Wait, 30 points of fire?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
As you left, she's going to do it again with her third attack. Ooh, that's only a 12, so that one's going to miss. As she huffs her breath and she's looking at the three of you from the cage. We're going to go ahead and move to initiative 9. Armos, as you're blinded, what are you doing?
I'm going to lightning bolt her. I don't think fireball will fit through the bars. What kind of judgment call we got on that?
Fireball would explode on the bars, yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna lightning bolt. She has to make a dexterity.
What's the width of lightning bolt?
100 feet long and 5 feet wide blast out in the direction you choose. Each creature in the line must make a dexterity saving throw.
Google says the average length of a lightning bolt is about...
No, he said width. He wants to
The
know
average
if it'll
width
go.
of a lightning bolt is about 2 to 3 centimeters.
It's an AoE spell. I mean, that's why it's wide. So I don't
No,
know.
it definitely goes through the cage. I just want to rule at the dexterity saving throw to see if it's disadvantage or not. But there's enough room in the cage because it's a 20 by 20 foot cage. So she's gonna roll it with normal roll, a straight roll here.
Okay.
Trying to help you out. Want to be fair.
Hey,
wanna be fair.
whatever. However you wanna judge it.
12.
Ooh. So then she takes 30 damage.
Screams in agony as she is being shocked to a crisp as steam exudes from her nose and blood drips from her mouth as she stares at you after she just got shocked by that lightning bolt.
Oh, I should have done this last time. That's okay. I'll do it next turn. As I'm focusing on the cage, I take one step back and I look over, and Menace how's it going over there with the wand?
It cracked! I can destroy it! Just give me some time, Armos! As I attack it again with another 3rd level guiding bolt.
Sure.
That's going to be another 20 to hit.
That hits. Roll for damage.
And that is going to be 19 points of damage.
You destroy the rod and it explodes with magical damage. You and Armos are going to take
Armos, I think I did.
32 points of necrotic damage as this thing explodes in your face.
Ow.
Drell, you are going to take 16 points of necrotic damage, and Manny is also affected by the blast as well.
I'm sorry, what?
So Flora also takes 16 points of necrotic damage and is backed up a little bit into the cage.
Ow. Ow.
She looks at you and she laughs at you as you destroyed the staff. She looks pissed, but she yells out. She goes, "What do you think was gonna happen?"
And Menace falls off of the cliff wall, and there's an outline of him in necrotic energy. No, that should have worked. Flora, come on, come back to us.
You see that she has this giant blood shard in her chest that's just glowing. And she says to you, as you yell out to her, she's like,
You're so pathetic. What weak vision you have. At least Miranor had some real ambition. To be something more, to be useful, not just some flower picker who never grew up. Watching him torment you is the best part of my days.
No way. That's the real Flora. You would never say something so hurtful. I know you. That's not you. I'll use my bonus action to drink a healing potion.
drink a heal potion. And we're going to move to initiative 22, which is Drell and Flora.
Drell pulls out the container of restorative ointment he has, and he applies it to Mammy as he's trying to help reduce some of the damage that's done to him. So it says this action can be done One dose of the ointment can be swallowed or applied to the skin. The creature that receives it regains 2d8 plus 2 hit points, ceases to be poisoned, and is cured of any diseases.
Okay, you apply the ointment. How much does it heal for?
7 HP.
7 HP back as you apply the ointment.
I don't really have anything else to do. I think that's going to be it.
Then it's going to go to Flora. And Flora just stares at the three of you. And she looks at the cage and she drags her hand through it. She goes, wow, what are we going to do now? We're just going to stand here? And she uses a movement to pace back and forth. Seems that we're at a standstill.
From the look of it, we got ourselves a caged beast. I think we're doing all right here. Menace, are you alive still? After that explosion.
Yep. Yeah, I'm alive.
Yeah, see, we're great. We're great.
Fine, so be it. By the way, when it's her turn, you are no longer blinded, Armos, and she's going to cast Wildfire on the three of you. Armos is first with a 16, Menace is second with a 25, and Drell is third with a natural 20. Wow, what a turn. Armos, you're going to take...
Oh, I thought I took 16.
31 points of fire damage. Menace, you're going to take 35 points of fire damage.
Absorb elements.
Sure. And Drell, you're going to take 36 points of fire damage, and each of you are blinded.
Okay, guys, please. You see Drell is extremely hurt.
She laughs as the three of you are like blinded, holding your eyes. You're bleeding. You're catching these small flames onto you as you're like trying to put yourself out. She goes, I can do this all day. It seems like the three of you are in a cage from where I'm looking.
Almost. Let her go. We gotta take care of this.
What? No.
She's just gonna keep casting spells at us.
Yeah, and I can't even do anything. I just gotta sit here.
Yeah, the three of you are blind, right, by the way.
Drell and I'll grab her.
Can I get rid of the cage?
Uh,
I don't know if I can. I think I can. I'm assuming I can, but it's not a concentration thing. So that's where I'm like confused by it.
I'm going to actually just rule it and say that you can. That doesn't make sense why you wouldn't be able to.
It's not a concentration spell. Doesn't say anything in the book of rules of canceling it, and it says that they can't dispel it. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm gonna say you can drop it.
Yeah,
I think
gonna say,
like this is
that's
your
crazy.
spell.
It lasts an hour.
Yeah,
I was like, we're gonna be here a while.
I'm gonna say you are able to drop it if you like.
First, I'm going to. Is there anything to get behind, like as far as cover is considered in this small area?
Just that cart.
I'm going to, before dropping the cage, I'm going to cast Hold Monster. And so she has to do a wisdom saving throw. Is she undead? She's not considered undead, is it?
She's not considered undead, and she got a nat 20.
Wow, a lot of nat 20s today. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird.
I don't know why you're yelling at me.
Uh-huh. So I'm going to run past Menace up towards Mammy. So now I'm kind of in between Menace and Drell. Is that the consensus? We're going to drop this cage? Is that what we got to do?
Oh, we gotta do something.
All right, I'll drop the cage then. And that would be the end of my turn.
She laughs as she's able to like put her hand through it, and your turn ends, and we're going to go to Menace's initiative. Menace.
All right. I know I'm blinded, but I gotta try. And I rush towards her and try and grapple her. I hit the cart and climb up to try and grapple her.
You go ahead, you hit the cart, you try to get on top of it. Go ahead and make me a strength check as you go to grapple her.
That is a 22.
With a 22 to her 20, and you grab onto her, she is now grappled. As she looks at you, be like, so eager for a hug for your friend? She spits on you.
As I Leon Kennedy suplex her into the ground.
No, whoa. Whoa, relax.
That's my flavor, I'm kidding.
And then we're going to go ahead and move to initiative 22.
I'm just gonna yell up to Menace. I'm gonna say, Menace, kick her ass. And then I'm just gonna try to continue to remove all the vines off Mammy. You know, even though I'm blind, I'm pretty familiar with it, I feel like, because I've been doing it a lot.
You're using your hands. You're not going to take the dangerous route and use your sharp axe. For sure.
Okay. If anything, I'll pull out the dragon's teeth and try to bite through it.
You know that, like, by you treating the mammoth, you are keeping the roots at bay. as it's like trying to pull it on the ground, and you've been successfully keeping it up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use it to help Mammy. Yeah.
We're gonna go back to Flora. She looks at you and she laughs as she begins to transform and she wild shapes back into a gorilla form. Go ahead and make me a strength check to try to hold on to her. As she is now becomes large.
That's a 14.
God damn it, this is a 13. You are still grappled onto, I want to say like you're on her back. As she like gets bigger, you're like, your arms are around her neck in monkey form. And she's like trying to grab you. So go ahead and make me a strength check as she goes to grab you and tries to throw you. This will be, this is technically a grapple versus a grapple, so it's going to be an athletics check.
15.
That is going to be a dirty 20 as she rips you off her back with immense strength and throws you.
I blink twice in the air and then wow!
You are going to get knocked down the cart 15 feet onto the floor. You're going to take, from the force of the throw, you're going to take 7 points of bludgeoning damage, and she is going to charge at you as she runs and jumps off the cart, trying to land on you with a 21 to hit. That's going to be 12 points of bludgeoning damage. And she is on top of you. You are now considered grappled and prone. She is going to take one more attack and try to pound you into the ground with a 19 to hit. Going to be 25 points of bludgeoning damage, and go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw of a DC 15.
Not gonna be good. Constitution 14.
You are now wounded again.
Nice.
As you are now bleeding, and you just have like, you feel like you can't even breathe because it's just this giant gorilla, Flora, pouncing onto your chest.
Don't do it.
Punches you into the ground, and we're gonna move to initiative 9, Armos.
Oh, goodness.
Oh man, if only you had a push spell. Maybe a cantrip that pushed.
It's about in range of a wind wall.
Exactly.
Guys, I can't see anything, but I'm sure you're doing great.
Oh no, everyone is no longer blinded now. It was
Okay.
on her turn. It blind ends with wildfire. So it is Almost's turn. Almost, you're no longer blinded. What are you doing?
I'm just gonna toll the dead. Or I'm gonna hex them first as a bonus action, and then I'm gonna toll the dead. So DC or Wisdom 18.
2.
So they take 22 damage and 25 damage of necrotic.
Oh.
And then I'm gonna take a step back along the ridge away from the beast. And then that's my turn.
All right, we're gonna go back to initiative 24 minutes. You are currently prone and grappled. This giant Baloon demon is on top of you, pounding on you.
Just for the flavor of it, I guess. Minas is kind of losing a lot of blood and losing consciousness a little bit. So one of his last stage travails come because he's like going in and out of consciousness. And he goes invisible and he's like, Flora, stop! And I'm going to use a cleric spell. And I'm going to do a 2nd level inflict wounds.
Oh.
That's a 20 to hit.
That hits.
As Flora is going to take 25 points of necrotic damage.
As it shrieks in pain, it continues to wail, like still manages to hold you down. We're gonna move to initiative 22. Drell and Flora.
I would like to turn to Mammy and say, I'll be right back. And I'm gonna run over and just take 3 attacks on Flora, and I am going to attack recklessly on these attacks.
Ooh, yeah, go for it.
The first one is a nat 20.
Oh, man.
Yeah, 19 damage on the first attack. Second attack is going to be 29 to hit, 18 damage on the second attack. And the third attack is going to be 26 to hit, 19 damage again.
You see that this gorilla looks very bloodied as you're just slashing it up and looks at you enraged. Looks very bloodied.
I double take around me.
What else are you doing?
Oh, you know what I will do? I will actually use one of my superiority die to make my final attack a distracting strike. When I hit this person with an attack, I can expend 1 superiority die to add to the damage roll. So now if anyone attacks Flora, they'll get advantage on their next attack. So that's a 10 additional damage.
Monkey beats its chest, lunges at you on her initiative.
Oh, fuck.
Go to charge at you, jumps off Menace, and begins
help.
to attack. Gonna come at you with 2 attacks with a punch. It is going to be a 27 to hit.
Reaction. All right, Dragon's Tail, come on, give me something good. That's something good. 30 AC, so that is blocked.
Nice. You block it with the Dragon's Tail as it grows out of your back. Tries to attack again with a 24 to hit, and is going to try to bite down on you with its third attack with a 16 to miss. There's going to be 23 points of bludgeoning damage. And make me a con saving throw over DC 15.
Okay. So that's 12 points of damage I'm taking. 15. All right, here we go. We're good at Constitution saving throws. 21.
Pass. You don't get any negative ailments from that attack. We're going to go ahead and move to initiative 9. Armos.
Armos starts charging up a crazy ability. Now seeing Flora damaged and possibly mortally wounded. Starts kind of screaming like that he's about to like almost throw out just the craziest spell ever. Gets Flora's attention just so that he can see the whites of her eyes one last time. And is like, say hi to Christo for me. And I cast Magic Missile at level 1. Which shoots 3 bolts that are automatically hit. So it's gonna do 5 damage, and then 5 damage, and then 5 damage. But then it hits Hex. So it's 15, 16, 17. So it'd be 23 damage total that it hits for. And as the last one hits, hurl through hell.
Pops. Goes away. Whew.
63 damage on top of the 23. So 86 damage total from a magic missile.
This crystalline monkey made of muscle and blood.
Flora, we'll save you. Flora!
Currently hurling through hell.
I take a beat and just like look around for just a second. I think she's gonna be back. Get ready. And I'm gonna take put Mammy Drell in between me and where Flora disappeared from, and that is my turn.
We're gonna go ahead and move to initiative 24 minutes.
Oh god. All right, get ready. And I'm gonna use an action to take a potion of superior healing.
Mm-hmm.
So that gives me, if we're doing full, that's 40 health back, which is very welcome right now.
Yep.
Holy hell.
You 3 are not looking too hot.
No, definitely not looking hot.
We're gonna move to initiative 22. Drell.
Is there a way I can bonus action Marmalade and then prepare an attack action so when she comes back from hell, I can attack her?
You're too far away from her. You can move to that position. Yeah. I'll say you can do that.
All right, but so I will use one of my. No, yeah, okay. I'll position myself to prepare for when Flora returns from her trip.
So it's going to be like an attack of opportunity here. It's not going to be your full attack.
Okay.
Staying on initiative 22, this monkey. And then we're going to go to initiative 9 almost.
I think I'm good. I think I've done everything. I'm ready in case things go really terribly. So I'm gonna be next to Mammy. How tall is Mammy, like height wise?
I just love how everyone's calling him Mammy now.
15 feet, 20 feet tall. Like it's a huge elephant.
Damn it. Okay.
It's a mammoth, bro.
I'm just gonna take one more. I'm gonna take one more step back, so I'm on the farthest north I could possibly be at this point. With my hand still above my head, I said "incoming," and then I feel that she's coming back through to our dimension.
The portal opens up. Flora drops out in Minotaur form, no longer an angry gorilla, onto the floor, covered up blood. And stands up.
I attack.
Yeah, you had. And then you come down with an attack. Go ahead and roll the hit.
Dirty 20.
It's
23 damage.
23 points of damage as you hit her with your Marmalade Frozen Axe. And it's going to go back to the top of the round. Minas, initiative 24. What are you doing as Flora has re-entered the space in her normal form?
I'll use my last Nature's Veil. And I'm going to walk up to Flora, and she just hears Minas whisper to her, "It's all going to be okay." And I'm going to cast a 4th level guiding bolt on the blood shard in her chest.
Roll a hit with advantage.
Wow. Even with advantage, I just got a 14.
That is going to miss, unfortunately.
Holy shit. I just rolled 3 times. And the highest I got was a 7.
She sidesteps out of the way, almost as if she can sense you. And she just looks at where your body would be if it was visible. And she laughs and goes, "So pathetic."
No, you.
Good one. So we're going to move to initiative 22. Drell.
All right. With Drell right there, he's just going to continue to wail on her. And use a luck point on that first one. That was 14, but it is now a 21. 15 damage. Second attack, another 21.
Looking real messed up.
17 damage.
Blood is dripping from her mouth.
And I'm going to use my last luck point because that's a 2. 17.
17 hits.
Oh my gosh. 14 damage on the last one.
Damage. She's still standing, but looks real messed up as she just takes those 3 attacks. As like her body goes left and right as you're coming down with those slashes, and like you're going across her body. Their body's like trying to heal up, but the amount with how deep you're cutting, it can't keep up.
The last one is also going to be a grappling strike. So it says immediately after you hit a creature with a melee attack on your turn, you can expend 1 superiority die and then try to grapple the target as a bonus action. Add the superiority die to your strength or athletics check.
She got a 10.
Okay. Well, I have plus 10 to athletics. So that is going to be plus.
Automatic grapple, sure.
That's a 31. Oh my
Hilarious.
God. And so I'll just hold her grappled, and that is going to be the end of my turn.
Okay. It's going to go to Flora's turn, and she's going to try to escape using a strength check. That's a 6. So with your immense strength, she cannot get out because your bonuses just dominate her, and she cannot do anything. She can't cast a spell.
Let me go, cowards! I will devour you. I will take your heads back to be claimed for what is mine. I will.
And she looks at you, Minas, and she goes,
I will gut you in front of your own mother, and then kill her in front of her own husband.
As we move to Armos's initiative. Armos.
I'm going to Toll the Dead. So she has to make a Wisdom 18 saving throw.
Passes, 22.
I am good. I'm gonna pass.
Minas is your initiative. Currently grappled against Drell's massive strength, freaking out, looking very bloodied. What are you doing?
I feel like Minas is gonna just run up screaming. Ah! And he's gonna attack with his rapiers. The first attack is a 27 to hit.
Hits.
The second attack is a nat 20 to hit.
Hits.
And the bonus offhand attack is a 24 to hit.
Hits.
So it is going to be 13 plus 8 is 19 or 21 plus 17 is 38 plus 6 from Sid is 44 as I slash at her the blood shard in her chest.
You slash the blood shard in her chest as you did 18 points of damage overkill. She has 30 health left. As you drive your rapier through her chest and the shard begins to shatter in place and the shards begin to drop onto the floor and she slowly melts in Drell's arms and she looks at you and gives like a devilish smile and just laughs as it begins to fade and Flora drops to the floor, melted.
Wait, no, we can still save her. And he's trying to pick up all the melted flora.
Yeah, she's like just melting in places, like body parts and chunks, and like the shard has completely disappeared and dissipated at this point. As the blood just oozes onto the floor, and her red eyes is the last thing you remember. And everything that was on her, like the shattered clothes and her bags, remain on the floor, but her body itself is like beyond recognizable at this point.
No, Flora!
You see that as she dies, the roots around Manny, and Manny comes to, his eyes turn back to normal, and the roots go away. The wind walls drop, and the valley that you're stuck in returns back to normal as the car becomes unlodged.
I think Minas has kind of fallen face up in Flora goop and is just staring into the sky.
You are staring into the sky as you are realizing what just happened, as you may have lost a friend. You do know that once somebody has been corrupted by a blood shard, entered the state that Flora was in, Kylie was in, it's a path of no return. Once the corruption overtakes the whole body. You look around, and the three of you notice something, especially you, Minas. It's like you're staring up at the sky. You look around, and her items dropped. She had a bag on her. Her staff is destroyed. You look at the bag, and you sense like a little bit of magic. Almost, your things go off. And there's a bag of holding there. And you notice a set of letters on it. Minas. It's a satchel that has the letters FFCS embroidered onto the strap.
Minas is definitely like just kind of on his side staring at it blankly. I think Minas has lost a lot of his words in this moment.
Armos is dusting himself off, kind of limping back to where the battle was taking place, and is slowly trying to pick up the pieces and look at what's going on.
Minas continues muttering the words from the gem. The clouds of doubt waver over those who refuse to see the truth. Darkness will engulf those who fight its embrace and empower those who chase its salvation.
You see Beethoven is like looking over, concerned. As the three of you are like just over this puddle of goop.
I go check on Mammy. Hey, buddy.
Give me an animal handling check.
How you doing? 18.
Beethoven takes you, and the trunk nuzzles you. And he looks a little bit hurt, but he looks fine. He seems fine. You see that he's not like limping or anything. He like just shakes his legs off and is just observing the situation.
Drell tries to hide how excited he is, but it's very obvious. I mean, Minas, you know that wasn't her towards the end, right? You know that was just the blood shards.
We don't know that. We could have done something. We could have found a cure. We could have.
Minas, the cure has to be putting a stop to all of this. You know.
Yeah.
It's gonna keep doing this to everyone, to everyone's friends, family, loved ones. The best cure is just to try to figure all this out and put a stop to it.
The Sids are sad, laying down on you and next to you in the goop.
As I go over and see the puddle, I see the bag. I'll go ahead and pick it up since it's my magic sense is tingling.
Yeah, you pick up the bag and you notice the letters FFCS, which is what the three of you know as the Far-Fetched Courier Service. And it is a bag of holding. It's a bag that looks like a mail satchel.
If I open it up, it's just letters and things, right?
You open the bag, and just like you would open your bag of holding, you see like this infinite void of items. But in this bag, you see a bunch of letters, and on top of the letters is a soft, lifeless body of Eoterra. Its eyes closed. And that is where we're going to end this week's session.
Oh no!
Oh, wow.
Flora's a monster.
Wow.
Eoterra has been claimed by Flora.
No.
And that's the end of session 108.
How dare you laugh right now? That
It's
man
more
had
like
a family.
Yeah, he had
of
40 kids.
Well, yeah.
Wow.
Terrible. Truly terrible.
I can't believe that.
Yeah. I was a little sad when I was a little sad when I came to that. Came to that conclusion.
Do I also see like 90 letters from Minas to a bunch of people? Like
You will
there as
find out on our next session.
Probably.
You will
Right.
find out what letters there are next session.
Hey, Minas, no one has got a single letter yet. Weird.
Drell looks for a letter of his. Did anyone write me? Nice. Well, good
Hey,
episode.
wait, why do you have 7 letters to para? What's going on here?
Yeah, right. We don't know what letters are there yet. All right.
We're playing chess through mail.
There is a civilian casualty. Why are we talking about dragon chess?
Yeah, have some damn respect.
This man was a father.
Okay. We weren't the one laughing about this man's death.
Hey, you're the one that wrote it, bro. What are we supposed to do?
And I was really sad when I wrote those words down.
Mm.
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 On a brighter note, does anybody have any recommendations or last things you want to say before we end out the session?
I have one.
Oh, you have a rec?
I do have a rec, and
Yeah.
it's a game we talked about before the recording. It's called Abiotic Factor. If you haven't played it, it's a PvE game. It's up to I think 6 or 8 people. I'm not sure. I think it's 6.
I think it's 10.
And is it 10?
Mm-hmm.
And you can the setting is like you're in a lab, and the lab's been taken over by like these like monster alien things, and you have to, number one, defend yourself, defend your area in the lab while also trying to escape. And it's a lot of fun. I've been playing it the past 2 days.
The aesthetic is Half-Life 1. Like if you
Yeah.
very much Half-Life 1 in and out, like everything about it.
Yeah, tons of fun.
Yeah.
And I don't know when this episode's going to air exactly, but right now it's on sale on Steam, I think. So
Yeah, Steam Summer Sale.
Probably
Steam Summer Sale.
gonna be off sale by the time this hits the airways.
well, then you guys missed out. So I don't know what to tell you.
But it's a good one.
pay
Add it to
full
your
price.
wish
But it's
list.
really good. Yeah.
It's
If you're
not
looking
that
for a
much
game.
off. It's not that much off. It's only like
No, it's not.
$2.
No, it's pretty good though. It's pretty good. I highly recommend it.
Mm-hmm.
And Alec has solidified his lead with 20 recommendations.
Yes. Let's go. Number 1, baby.
Number 1, baby. All right. With that being said, and that very sorrowful ending, sorry, everybody listening. If you like Aero Terra, I'm so sorry. It hurt me just as much as it hurt you. And with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and give a very sorrowful goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.
See ya. Hey, it's me, Drell, and welcome back to Drell's Bodacious Bodatorium, the only gym for all the right muscles. Thank you again for your memberships. This gym palace would not be the same without all of you. I just have some house cleaning announcements I need to make, and then I will let you get back to your session. First, we have the Shadow Smugglers. To the Dread. Even though it was short-lived and the sauna is back out of service, I still appreciate the support. I understand you can't control how hot you get sometimes, especially when you get angry. Trust me, if anyone can relate to rage, it's me. To be honest, I'm just glad I'm not the only one Jack Sonasinki rubs the wrong way. God, I hate that guy. P.S. I will also need some gold for that smoothie. Next, Alara Dawnstar. Although Alara is relatively new, she has recently been promoted to supervise the Blend and Bulk Fitness Smoothie Station, which is now hiring part-time. Please contact Alara if you're interested in applying. Please, we're kinda desperate. The only ones that have been applying so far are the Sids. I'm actually thinking about making Sid of the Ashbourne her supervisor though. Could be a good move. Next, we have Reese. After returning from his trip exploring Humbrea, Reese has a new outlook on life. He's made it very clear to me that he's no longer interested in teaching cycling. Due to this, he will be transferring from cycle classes to yoga and meditation. So far, the only person to sign up has been Minis for every class. I did see one though called Let's Froya. It seems to be a mix of froyo and yoga. Sounds fun and tasty. Fresh back from his suspension is our lead lifeguard, Julius Kendrick. Although he now has all of his certifications, I can't help but to notice how often he comes and goes. He'll be there one moment, and literally I'll turn around, and he's not there the next. I guess as long as he's there when it counts, that's all that matters, right? Anyways, next time you see him, please be sure to give him a warm welcome back. Next is our Bloodshard Bandits. Reigns, I appreciate you listening to me when I brought up the tank tops. But when I said, what's the point if they don't cover anything? I didn't think you would just stop wearing them altogether. Also, I know you're preparing for the semi-annual Drell's bodybuilding competition, but you've literally bought every bottle of bronzer we have. I think you're good, bro. Next is Morgan Oldville. Morgan, I appreciate you dropping your companion off at daycare. I also understand there was a mix-up in the requested grooming service and your fox received a blowout. I guess it could have been worse, right? Like, perm, yeah. Anyways, my sincerest apologies, and you'll be receiving 1 free week of our companion watching services. Miss Sid will be providing you the coupon next time you're in. Next is Artemis. I consider you now the unofficial, official, but technically still unofficial bouncer of the gym. Not only do you now make sure you put away all your weights, but you've actually been hunting down others to do the same, and I absolutely love it. Kemi Joe told me how you were on him before he was even done with the machine. Keep it up. Next is Tanner Smith. Tanner, I want to again welcome you to the gym. As you've already been instructed several times, you only need to scan your ID once upon entry. What you don't need to do is come up to the front desk and scan it every time you go to do a different machine. I promise you, we've got you accounted for. Sly, I have your appointment for the Wear Rage room all set. That will be every day from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Here, I was thinking the raccoons were nocturnal. I mean, I am. I'm not a morning guy, but oh well. Also, your profile has now been updated to reflect both forms, so we won't mistake you for a normal raccoon again. Next is Rommel. Your wood expertise is needed at the sauna. There was an unfortunate fire a few days back, and we'll need your help to rebuild. Remember, I need the wood, but please leave the dirt. So, I've actually assigned a Sid to sweep up behind you as you walk through the gym, so you should be good. Next is the Sidget College alumni, Andrew Hall. Andrew, I recently had a conversation with you talking about the 1 smoothie per hour requirement for anyone not working out. Did you really think you could get away with just sitting in the corner and drinking 1 smoothie halfway and then putting water into it and then drinking the water and then continuously refilling it? You didn't think I would notice that? Come on, Andrew. 1 smoothie per hour. Next, we have Patrick Wennerstrom, aka Punk. After reaching a mutually beneficial agreement, Punk will now be performing live music here at Drell's Bodacious Bodatorium every Tuesday and Friday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. As long as I get to play the triangle, anyone who attends will receive a raffle ticket to potentially win, wait for it, 12% off their next smoothie. Next, we have Robit. Robit, I understand you got into it the other day with another member at the gym. Something about a battle or a rescue mission that had to do with some royals of your bread people. Anyways, although the gym is never the place for violence, I totally understand that some people can just be total knobs. Next time, just meet them in the parking lot. Next is Saint Chaos. I have a small complaint about the last shipment we got from Lelouch's Farms. The fruit and everything was fine, but I believe we were missing the Drell's special case in the delivery. Anyways, please make sure the packages comes in the next one. Next is Sergio Rodriguez. Sergio, here at the DBB, we pride ourselves on safety. Please make sure you're attaching the emergency cutoff cord when, yes, on the stair climber, elliptical, and treadmill. I will say, it's pretty impressive how much cardio you do, even if cardio's a joke. Next is Umbrea's Heroes. Mr. Man with Glass, Odie Mel, and Will Miller. I do not know what it is with you three, but for some reason, you have gone from freeze tag to the hot sensation, see what I did there, of pickleball. Now that it's an all-out war between the tennis players and pickleball players, I will need you to reserve your court whenever you want to play. We're not getting into that again. Next, we've Ripcord, Toby Large, and John Carroll. I understand it's hard to play 2-on-2 basketball with 3 people, but please stop bringing in Miranor as a guest every day. You each get 1 guest pass a month, and Miranor is still on his 6-month ban. He's not allowed in. And finally, we have Johnny Tar. You never came to talk to me or invited me to kickball, so you're still banned from the yoga room. No froyo for you. Well, that's all I have for everyone today. Thanks again for all the love and support, and I'll see you next time. Drell out.